The United States is blessed with bountiful reserves of forest ecosystems, and thanks to the influential work of men like Gifford Pinchot and John Muir during the conservation movement, the U.S. has done a relatively good job sustaining these reserves. Currently, we have vast amounts of national parks and 72% of the forest area that existed when Europeans first settled. That number is actually rising in current years because forest growth exceeds harvest by 72%. However, globally, the area of forest is declining, mostly due to human activity. In fact, conversion of forest to non-forest uses totals about 13 million acres annually, primarily in the tropical regions. During this presentation, we are going to focus on Brazil's Amazon rainforest, which plays such a dominant role in sustaining gaseous levels in our atmosphere that it is referred to as the lungs of our planet. On top of that, more than half of the world's estimated 10 million species of plants, animals, and insects live in the tropical rainforests. Currently, 121 prescription drugs sold worldwide have come from plant-derived sources. And while 25% of Western pharmaceuticals are derived from rainforest ingredients, less than 1% of these tropical trees and plants have been tested by scientists. Experts estimate that we are losing 137 plant, animal, and insect species every single day due to rainforest deforestation. That equates to 50,000 species a year. As the rainforest species disappear, so do many possible cures for life-threatening diseases. There are four major problems facing the healthy management of the Amazon. First is the advance of large estates and joint ventures. Second is illegal logging operations. Third is the unification of Brazil's interior to its coast. And fourth is the lack of knowledge of ecological conditions. One of the major joint ventures is the cultivation of coffee plants. The widespread popularity of coffee has given cultivators major incentive to continue cultivation and expand territory. Coffee was first discovered in the rainforest, so that biome is the optimal environment for cultivation. Large plots of rainforest land are being cut away for the cultivation of this crop. Another major venture is cattle grazing. Since the 1950s, cattle have been the main force behind the westward deforestation, which now has entered the Amazon territory. It is now generally accepted that illegal logging is the norm. Between 60 and 80% of all logging in the Brazilian Amazon is estimated to be illegal. Working in remote forest areas, the loggers often use false permits, ignore limitations of legal permits, cut species protected by law, and steal from protected areas and indigenous lands. Brazil's population has always been concentrated along the coast, but beginning in the 1950s was the quest to connect Brazil's interior to its coastal lands. Brasilia, Brazil's capital, was established in the interior, and a long 1,500-mile highway was built to the Amazon River. This march to the west brought cattle ranchers and subsistence farming into Amazonian territory.
There is a lack of knowledge of ecological conditions in the area. The governments and logging companies are thinking about subsistence agriculture more than preservation of the rainforest. Due to the high priority levels, the people who are associated with logging and deforestation in the Amazon are often uneducated and therefore do not understand the negative impacts of deforestation. Since the 1970s, over 600,000 square kilometers have been reforested in Brazil. Brazil has had the highest rate of deforestation since 2005, and because of this, President Vargas has developed a national program in Brazil to hinder deforestation. Our national park associations are in collaboration with the government and have helped minimize and or control the harvesting of trees in a healthier way. The U.S. uses the Wilderness Act, Lacey Act, and the Roadless Rule to protect our forests and stop illegal wood products from entering the marketplace. The U.S. is now requiring proof of legal wood, and one way to stop illegal lumber that many developed countries are now following. One major and easy way international countries can help is to commit to alternate resources and minimize the need for rainforests, as this will greatly reduce carbon emissions locally and globally.
Brazil's government needs to invest more resources in preventing illegal logging. They need to instate stricter regulations and harsher penalties to deter these harmful methods.
Tropical rainforests contain over 50% of all Earth's plants and animals. They provide food and shelter for rare animals and neighboring plants. Therefore, if tropical rainforest deforestation continues, droughts will become more common. They also store a tremendous amount of rainwater and release it into the atmosphere as mist or clouds, which help out our climate.
On top of this, we need the Amazon as well. It provides food, medicine, building material. Every aspect of our lives are touched by these dwindling forests, and if we don't do anything soon, the beauty and benefits this forest yields will be lost forever.
I'm an